Hi friends, Tracy here from the Sewing Channel. Welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. If you liked my last cell phone wallet design, you are going to absolutely love my cell phone sling design. I can't even believe it's so useful. No more big bulky purse. Not for me. Just strap that around like a crossbody and you are ready to go. Enough talking already. Let's get busy slinging. I'm so corny. Here are the measurements for the phone case sling. My phone is an iPhone 13 Pro Max, but this phone sling will fit any phone case because a credit card size will always be a credit card size. So therefore, it will fit anybody's phone case. Here you see me laminating the wing piece, and I laminate it with the vinyl fuse because I don't want it to fray on the edges because I feel like that wing piece is going to be touched a lot. But if you don't have vinyl fuse on hand, you could always use just the fabric itself and put some fray check on it maybe. I'm not sure, maybe it would work. A tip when using any kind of vinyl fuse is to make the fabric piece larger than it's supposed to be cut along with the laminated piece. So when we go to cut the piece to the size we need, it will give a nice, clean, straight cut, so there will be absolutely no fraying. On this particular phone sling, I opted to put vinyl fuse on the base of this sling. Now you can choose to do that or not, but I thought it would make it a little bit more durable for opening and closing. You could even go as far as to laminate the straps for this phone sling. I didn't do it for this particular phone sling, but I may do it in the future. Now I'm cutting the laminated parts of this project. The wing portion is 1.5 by 9 inches. And you see here I've cut it after it's been laminated to give it that nice clean cut. Now cut the base of this project to 9 inches by 3 3/4 inches. Now it's time to work on those straps. Now you probably won't have just 60 inches of 2.5-inch strips hanging around, so we're going to have to connect them together, and all you're going to do is go salvage to salvage and cut out 2.5-inch long strips. And then we're going to connect them together just like you would do for binding. So you're going to put them in that L shape there, sew up the diagonal, and then cut off the excess, making one continuous strip. But if that sounds too complicated, just go ahead and put right sides together and sew a regular seam connecting them together. It'll be fine, trust me. These straps are really easy to make. All you're going to do is take that long strip and first fold it in half, pressing it the entire way down, all the way down. Now take one side and fold it up, meeting that raw edge to the middle, and press a crease all the way down the side, just like you see me doing here in the video. But you don't want to press out that middle crease. We want that crease to stay in there. And then once that one side's done, you're going to fold the other side up toward the middle and give it a good press. And then when that's all done, you're going to fold it all together so that all of the raw edges are hidden, and you're going to put a nice hot crease down the entire strap. To make this phone sling strap professional looking, we're going to sew down one side, making sure that everything is tacked down, and then we're going to turn our strap around and put another row of stitching down the other side. So essentially we're going to have 2 rows of stitching, and it will be visible from both sides of the strap. So here you can see I've turned my strap around, and now I'm going down the other side. And if you look hard enough, you can see those 2 rows of stitching on the strap. Here, I'm going to show you a close-up of that stitching. Look how nice. Looks sort of professional, right? I think so. Let's put the folds in the actual card case itself. Here I'm folding up the bottom portion of our credit card holder at 1.5 inches, and I'm creasing it with my fingers real good. I'm going to fold it up again and crease it real good with my fingers and slide a credit card in just to make sure that I'm where I need to be. And you see there that credit card, my Olive Garden card, is sticking out of the card holder because I want to be able to pinch that with my fingers when I open the flap. So make sure that it's not covering the top. And then I'm going to fold the top down, putting finger creases in it as I go. Here mine is measuring about 2.5 inches high or in width and 3 3/4 inches the other way. Here I'm just seeing how it will look on my phone case, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's going to look really cute. And I need to figure out where these 3-inch Velcro strips go. Now, you can use any kind of closure that you see fit. I tried a zipper, but it was too much bulk in there, and I tried cam snaps, but it was too bulky and too much. These Velcro strips hold surprisingly really tight. So these work great. Now, you were probably wondering at the beginning why I opted to put that flap down in the front, and it's because of this right here. I don't want any ugly seams showing. So I sewed it on that flap first. As you can see right there, there's the back of it. But we fold it down, so in our final project, you're not going to be able to see any of those seams. So it works out great. Now let's sew the other Velcro strip down. Now here I'm just kind of putting it all together to see where it needs to land, because remember, we haven't stitched it all together yet, and we have to remember they're going to be top stitching all the way around it. Open everything up, holding where that Velcro strip is, and that next inner piece is where you're going to stitch it on, just like you see done here. And see all the ugly stitchings on the inside. Now it's time to put it all together, and here I'm just double checking on my phone case to make sure everything is, where I'd like it. Get out a pencil and let's make some lines. Now on the inside, just underneath that flap where it's folded over, we're going to make a pencil mark right there, right on that crease that is visible from where we've been creasing it. Fold the other side up and find that crease on the bottom there as well, and take your ruler and put a line in pencil right across there. This is the line that you are going to follow to put the stitches in your project to connect both pieces together. Find the center by placing everything folded on the wing, and then open it up once you feel like you have it center, and then put a couple pins in it. I know it's vinyl, but go ahead and pin it. It's not going to matter in the end anyways. Now, even though your straps aren't on yet, I wanted to show you where you're going to stitch. Only where the yellow arrows are. You're not going to go any farther than that. Even though you made that pencil line a lot longer, you're only going to go as far as that wing area. Here is what it looked like after I had just sewn on the wing only area right there. Just 2 small stitch lines. With this project face up, with both of those flaps folded in, you're going to sew 1/8 of an inch all the way around that entire area, essentially putting in a top stitch. Let's take a look and see how everything worked out. Oh my word, so far so good. Even if we stopped right now, it would be so darling we couldn't stand it, right? But no way are we stopping there. We're going to add these straps and make this a Sling crossbody credit card holder phone case. Oh yeah, we are. Now this part is super easy. Now I took the end of my strap, just my raw edge strap, nothing special. I put it behind one of the wings, halfway down the wing. And then I flipped it up the other way, going in the opposite direction. And then I popped a clip right there. Now I did place mine about 1/2 inch space or gap between the strap and the phone wallet itself. Now if you have a smaller phone case, you may need to go in as tight as possible with the strap compared to the wallet itself. It might be butting up right next to each other. Once your clips are in, just pop it on your cell phone case just to make sure that everything is right where it needs to be. And when you line it up there, Put the flaps behind it even, just to make sure. And once your straps are clipped on and you feel like everything is good to go, you're going to follow that top stitching that you made on the strap and even along the ends, making a rectangle shape. And you're just going to sew those pieces right together. Now in this particular stitch, I did go over it a couple times because I wanted to reinforce it, because this is where a lot of the stress is going to come from, is the strap pulling on that wing. So you may want to as well. And plus my phone's kind of heavy. I don't know how heavy your phone is, but mine's kind of heavy. For sake of redundancy, I'm only going to show me sewing one strap, right? I mean, you guys don't need to see double of that, right? So here I'm just going to show you a close-up of what that one strap looks like, and then you're going to sew the other one, which I'm not going to show you. One other thing I forgot to tell you was when you clip your straps on, make sure that it's not tangled. Make sure it's all going in the same direction. Nothing like sewing it all together and then you got one that's all tangled and all that. So make sure. Big tip there. Let's take a look at my design all sewed up and on my cell phone case. It's so darling. I can't even stand it. I mean, I'm so excited about this design. I can't even begin to tell you. I borrowed my husband's cell phone so I could video me putting my phone Sling credit card holder onto my case with my phone, so you can get an idea of how it goes on. Just like the other phone credit card case, the wings will go on the inside, putting one side in first, then with the other wing pushing the phone down on the wing to push it in there kind of taut. And then that's it. And it holds really good. I had questions on my last credit card holder for a cell phone on that video on if they could use that design to sell at craft fair and whatnot. And I'm totally okay with that. As long as you give the sewing channel full credit for this design, you can totally use it. I don't mind. I would even be okay if you wanted to do a tutorial on it on your own channel for your viewers. As long as you put a link with my sewing channel, we're all good. And there you have it, friends. The sewing channel, cell phone, crossbody credit card holder sling. Oh my word. I'm not going to call it all that. Don't worry. Tell me in the comments what you think. Until next time on the sewing channel, take care.